Now, while we have our hands ready, let's wash them, ready for craft.
We've got magic soap here, but you might have time.
Squirted all over the craft.
You might have time to go and wash your hands in the bathroom sink. And you won't get it all over your craft supplies.
Yes. Let's sing our crafting song, everyone.
Yes. If you're happy and you know.
Hi PlayUppers, welcome back to On Air PlayUp.
We're so glad you can join us this week to make photo frames for World Refugee Day.
Yeah, refugees are people who have been forced to leave their homes because they became unsafe.
People from all over the world have had to leave their homes because they became unsafe. You may know a neighbour, a friend, or maybe a grandparent who was once a refugee.
Yeah, so today we are making photo frames to put special memories in. Photos of our friends and our family and even our most favourite places can be a nice way to remember them.
If I had to leave my home forever, I would definitely want to take photos of my friends and family with me.
And today we are going to introduce you to 3 people. Malala.
You may have heard of her.
Dr. Karl.
You probably heard of him.
And Muzaffar.
You might not have heard of Muzaffar.
Malala, Dr. Karl and Muzaffar were all people who had to leave their homes and their countries because they became unsafe. They were refugees.
I'd feel sad and scared if I had to leave my home because it became unsafe.
And I'd feel really scared and nervous about finding a safe new home in a different country and making new friends.
It can make us feel sad and angry when we hear their stories. Makes me feel that way.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. It's good for us to share these feelings with someone who loves us.
Absolutely. Malala, Dr. Karl and Muzaffar are no longer refugees. They now live in new countries, they've made new homes and new friends.
Yeah, and we are going to learn about them all together today as we craft. Yep. But before we start crafting, let's acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples across Australia.
Got your hands ready, PlayUppers?
I do.
Together we're going to touch the ground of the land.
Yep, and let's reach for the sky that covers the land.
And touch our hearts to care for the land.
Yeah. I've got my hands ready for washing next.
We do need to wash our hands before craft.
We've got some magic soap here.
We do have magic soap. Don't want it to squirt everywhere.
No, that can happen.
Let's sing our song.
Yes.
If you're crafting and you know it, wash your hands.
Splish, splash.
If you're crafting and you know it, wash your hands.
Scrub, scrub.
If you're crafting and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're crafting and you know it, wash your hands. Beautiful.
I need to rub mine in a bit more.
You get too much magic soap.
A bit too much magic soap, but it means they're very clean.
They are.
And I am ready for crafting.
Excellent. Well, today to make photo frames, we need some craft materials. We're going to need some cardboard. We've got some coloured cardboard down here.
I'm going to use some cardboard from the recycling bin. So this used to be some cereal.
Nice. We're also going to need our usual craft supplies like pencils or crayons or textures, glue or sticky tape.
Glue or sticky tape, and we're going to need some scissors. We have a fair bit of cutting today.
We do.
So if you need a helping hand, just ask.
And we're going to be decorating our photo frame, so you might have some things around the house that you can decorate your photo frame with.
We've got some nice fabric here.
Pom-poms and feathers.
We're going to need something else, aren't we, Jess?
We are. We're going to need a photo. Naomi, did you bring a photo in?
Of course. I have a picture here of the place where I grew up. So this was the view from our house. Can you see how green the grass is and the mountains in the background?
Beautiful. It looks very peaceful.
It's very peaceful and lush and green. I miss that a little bit.
Well, I brought a photo in of my family on a family picnic. We love going to family picnics, and this is one of the first ones we went on when we came to Canberra, our new home.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thanks. PlayUppers, if you do not have a photo ready for today, that is okay. Maybe you have a special drawing that you'd like to use and frame, like this one.
Ooh, what a great drawing.
All right, are we ready to get started?
I think so.
Cool. Okay, so we need to get our cardboard ready first.
Yes. Now, we're going to need to create the frame. So our other pictures here, our frames have a really wide border. How are we going to do that?
Well, we want that nice and wide so that we can decorate it. What we're going to do is we're going to place our photo on our cardboard so that we can get the measurements right. We know how wide to make it and where to cut.
That's right. I'm going to use a pencil and show you where I'm going to cut to do that.
Beautiful.
So I'm just drawing a big line so I can create the outside of my frame. Are you doing that too?
I am. My photo is so big I only need one line.
Oh, great. All right, so I have just drawn some big lines of where I'm going to cut.
Beautiful.
So let's get going.
Let's get cutting.
Let's get cutting. All right.
While we're cutting, Naomi, let's tell everyone about Malala's journey as a refugee.
That is a really good idea, Jess. I want to show you on the globe where she travelled. So we are here in Australia right now, but Malala was born over here in Pakistan. That's where she grew up.
That's right. Just like my daughters, she loved playing hide and seek and eating cupcakes.
Yum.
Well, I wonder if she played hide and seek with her cupcakes.
Oh, that might be a bit silly.
Yeah, maybe.
I love cupcakes too. Well, Malala's dad was a teacher and he ran a girls' school just for girls so that they could learn and so that Malala and her friends could go to school.
And Malala was really passionate about making sure that lots of girls could go to school just like her.
That's right.
Awesome. How's your cutting going?
Oh, I've got a few more sides to
Do you have a
go.
few? That's okay. I've cut mine off. I only had to do one cut, which is pretty cool.
I have to do 3 cuts on mine.
That's all right. Your photo is a bit smaller. I'm going to walk you through our next step, PlayUppers. Now, what we're going to need to do with our big piece of cardboard is do a cutout in the centre so that our photo can stick through. So this part here, we're going to be cutting next. Now, to make sure it's the right size, what we're going to do is we're going to measure our photo on the cardboard.
Okay.
Right.
So I have now finished my cutting and I'm going to put the photo in the centre like this.
That's right. Make sure that we have a nice wide frame and we're going to trace around our photo.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a trick though. If you turn your photo over while you're tracing, if you accidentally draw on the photo, that's okay because it's going to be on the back.
Great. All right, I'm going to flip my photo over and I'm going to trace around my
Around
picture.
the outside. Yeah.
There we go. So
I'm glad I turned it over.
So am I. I just drawn on my picture too.
All right, so I have a nice rectangle
Yeah.
because my photo is a rectangle. Now, how do we cut out the middle?
This is where we are going to do something a little bit tricky. So if you need to ask for help, that's fine. We're going to bend our cardboard.
Yep, bend
Yep.
our cardboard.
And we're going to put a little snip in the centre.
Okay.
I'm going to use some bigger scissors because my cardboard's a little bit thicker than
Yeah,
yours.
fair enough. I wish I could ask for help right now.
So I'm just doing a little snip like this, and then I'm going to unbend my cardboard.
So just a little snip.
Have you got a hole? Can you put your
do.
finger through it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to put my scissors through this hole like this and cut to the edge line
That's right.
so that I can cut out my rectangle.
Now we don't want to cut along the line exactly. We want to cut a little bit in from the line on the inside so that our photo doesn't pop through the photo frame.
It could pop out.
We don't want that.
All right, so mine is, I'm cutting a little bit inside the line. Can you see?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great that Malala loved to learn.
Yeah, it really is, but some dangerous people didn't like this. So it became unsafe for Malala to go to school and unsafe for her and her family in Pakistan. So they had to move again. Again.
Where'd they go?
Well, they were in Pakistan and they moved to all the way over here to England. There we go. All the way over there.
I feel very nervous about going to a whole new country where I didn't know anyone and had to make new friends.
Yeah.
What's Malala doing now?
Well, she's safe and she's happy and she's made new friends and she's going to university. That is big, big school.
Wow.
And she is still telling the world that all children have the right to go to school and learn.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Remember, PlayUppers, rights are something that every child should be able to do or have. Like, we all have the right to learn, have the right to be safe, and have the right to have playtime.
Yeah. So Malala cares about children's rights, just like us here in PlayUp.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder what photo Malala would choose if she was making a photo frame with us right now.
I don't know. But Malala has written lots of books, and I remember reading that she misses her friends in Pakistan and that she misses the place where she grew up, where it was a valley and there were big mountains and lakes. So maybe she'd have a photo of her friends or the valley.
Oh, that sounds really pretty.
Yeah.
How are you going with your cutting out?
I am nearly done. I've got one more side to go.
Excellent. Well, I have cut out my frame, and you can see that I've just cut out just inside the lines there like that. So my photo won't pop through. Beautiful. All right, so now it's time to decorate our frames. I'm
This is the best part.
going to turn it over. I don't see those lines.
Well, I'm not, because I have some marks of cereal.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I'm going to use this
It's like
side.
a frame inside a frame.
It is like that.
Yeah. Well, my dad was like Malala's dad, Naomi. He loved finding out about my schoolwork and what I was learning at school. So I might make a book to stick on my frame to remind me of Malala's story.
That's a really nice idea.
What are you going to do?
Ooh, Well, I'm definitely going to add some yellow because it's my favourite colour. And I was thinking I might add a green tree frog.
Ooh.
Because where I grew up, there were frogs everywhere. They're in the backyard, but then sometimes they'd come inside the house, and sometimes even in my bedroom, and sometimes even in the toilet.
Oh, that is disgusting.
It's funny.
No, it's disgusting. Oh, gross. Does remind me about a joke I have about a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. What would a frog say about all of these photo frames?
I don't know.
They're totally awesome.
That's a clever frog.
I'm glad you like that one.
Oh, that's a good one. PlayUppers, what would you put on your photo frame? How are you going to decorate it?
It could be with things that you love, like maybe your favourite toy or favourite ball or people.
Or people. Or people that you love, or things that remind you of them, like cake reminds me of my mum.
Oh, that's lovely. And like my book reminds me of my dad.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Well, while we're decorating and sticking things on our frame, why don't we have a chat about Dr. Carl?
That's a great idea. He's sciencey.
Sciencey.
Yeah, and he's taught me so much about the earth and the environment.
Wow. I've learned a lot about dinosaurs from Dr. Carl.
Wow. Well, before he was a doctor and teaching us about science, he was a refugee like Malala when he was a child.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's have a look on the globe here. Dr. Carl's parents were from Poland. So that's all the way up here. It's very far away from where we are. Remember, we are down here in Australia.
That is very far away.
Very far away. So his parents were in Poland, and after World War II, they had to move to be safe. So they moved to another country higher up called Sweden.
That's very cold in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Dr. Carl was born. But they had to move again to be safe.
That's right. They moved to Australia, didn't they?
They did. So they moved all the way down here, all the way to where we are now.
And in Australia, when they arrived, they first lived in camps with other refugee families until they could move to a new home, a new safe home.
Yeah.
Dr. Carl's all grown up now. He even has kids of his own.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's on the radio a lot. Have you heard him before? I've learnt so much about how the world works by listening to Dr. Carl. And I love that no question is too silly for Dr. Carl.
That's very true. He's written so many books. We've got a few of them on our table. So many books about sciencey things.
Yeah, I bet he knows a lot, huh?
Absolutely. I wonder what Dr. Carl would draw on his frame.
Oh, I wonder. Maybe some dinosaurs?
Oh, maybe.
Or maybe some planets and twinkling stars, because he knows a lot about space too.
That is very true. Stars are way easier to draw than dinosaurs.
They are.
So maybe some stars.
Maybe that's a good idea.
How's your decorating?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah?
I've added my green tree frog.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
And some yellow, your favourite colour.
Yellow, my favourite colour, and I'm going to add some orange next. What about you?
I've got 2 books that open on my picture frame. I think I need to do some more. I might do some waves because I grew up near the beach.
I grew up near the beach too.
Okay. Help me remember that.
That's a nice one.
Thanks.
All right, so I'm doing a bit more sticking here, and I think I'm going to choose some different textures next.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we could tell everyone about Musafa's story.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Can I have the globe so I can show our play-uppers where Musafa's from?
You sure can. So Musafa is from Afghanistan, and he took a really long journey to come here to Australia.
That's right. So remember, we're down here, Australia, and Musafa is from Afghanistan, which is up here. And he loved playing soccer when he was a kid.
Do you like playing soccer, play-uppers? Musafa loved it so much that he wanted to be a professional soccer player.
That is right. He played everywhere he could. But it became unsafe for him in Afghanistan. So with his mum and dad, he moved to Pakistan, which is just down here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then he grew up and he moved back to Afghanistan to learn more about his home country. And he worked for the United Nations to help keep people safe.
That is right. And that's where he started taking photos of all the beautiful places and people he met.
Oh, we have some photos of his to share with you today.
We do.
We've got this photo here of Afghanistan. And I think I've got a photo down here of Musafa and his soccer team.
Oh, that's lovely. This one is one of my favourite ones. So this one is one that he took of some girls going to school in Afghanistan.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
So where did Musafa go next? Because he's not in Australia yet.
no, he's not in Australia. So he's back in Afghanistan because he grew up and there he was working for the UN and taking photos. It became unsafe for him there. He was treated differently by some people. He was treated unfairly because he was a Hazara Afghan. And so he and his wife and his family moved back to Pakistan. And then from Pakistan, they took a plane all the way to Malaysia and then a boat from Malaysia all the way to Indonesia.
Wow, that's a really long way.
Yeah, he had to stay in Indonesia for a while before they could come to Australia. He said he felt stuck and scared because they weren't in a safe home yet.
Indonesia is where he made lots of friends, isn't it? He
Yeah,
met
that's
other
right.
refugees and they decided to work together and to help each other.
Yeah, they started a school together. The first school in Indonesia for refugees. All the teachers and all the students are refugees at that school.
Wow, so Musafa must care so much about his friends and about children's right to learn, like Malala and like us.
Yeah, that's right. He still had a little bit more of his journey to go. So he came from Indonesia to Australia with his family. And he still works really hard to support the school back in Afghanistan.
And he is an ambassador for World Refugee Day
That's right.
and Refugee Week here in Australia. So that means that he likes to share his story and he likes to find ways to help other people feel welcome here in Australia.
Oh, so lovely. Oh, I wonder which photo he would put.
Ooh,
If he had to choose all those photos. I mean, there's so many.
yeah, that would be a tough choice, wouldn't it?
Very tough choice.
What have you done with your decorating, Jess? Oh, you've got some beautiful waves.
Thank you. I have done some waves for my beach back at home. And I've put some flowers up the top because I love smelling all the flowers, especially when we're on a family picnic.
Oh, lovely.
How are you going with your frame?
Pretty good. I've got some of my favourite colours here and I've got some different textures. And I'm going to add a dog next.
A dog?
Yeah, well, when I lived here, I had a puppy.
Oh, what was his name?
Noah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
You're going to draw a dog?
Yeah.
Wow. Well done.
I'm going to try cut it out of felt.
Can't wait to see this.
Let's see.
Oh dear. I wonder what I should do next. Maybe I can stick some texture on. Maybe some feathers would be nice.
Some feathers.
Mary, did you know that I have moved house 16 times in my life? and that included going to 7 different schools. But I never had to move because I was unsafe.
Jess, that's a lot of time, 16. So I guess that was pretty hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was always sad to leave my friends, and I was always angry that I had to start all over again, making new friends. I was always nervous when I had to start a new school.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have some ways that maybe we could make people feel welcome? How do people make you feel welcome? I'd like everyone in Australia to feel welcome.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, it always made me feel welcome when people said hello to me at a new school and invited me to play with them. And my kids and I try and do that now. If we see a new family has joined our school, we say hello and invite them for a play date.
Oh, that's nice. And we talked to Muzaffar and we asked him, how can we make you and how can we make other people new to Australia feel welcome? And he suggested that we listen to their stories.
That is right. There's lots of ways that we can listen to people who have been refugees. They could have written books like Malala and Dr. Karl.
Yeah, or maybe like Muzaffar, they're ambassadors that tell their stories, or movie makers.
Oh. And there's also other ways in our family guide this week, so you can head on over and find out more ways that we can listen to refugee stories.
Yeah, that's a great idea. How's your... Oh, you've got some feathers.
Do you have some feathers now? They're a bit tricky to stick on with glue, but hopefully they'll stay.
Very nice.
There we go.
I've got one more star to add to mine.
How'd your dog go?
Oh, pretty good. I actually was very lucky. I found a dog that was already cut out.
Lucky you. Okay, I think we're ready to put our photos in.
I agree.
Right, now to do this we need another piece of cardboard.
We do, because otherwise our photos are not going to stay there, are they? They're going to
No,
fall on out.
I just realised as well that I've done my frame the wrong way. That is okay. Oh dear. All right, so we need another piece of cardboard for our back.
All right, so I'm going to get a piece of cardboard, but it's a bit bigger.
It is a lot bigger, so we're going to trace our photo again.
Oh, this is a very handy trick, isn't it?
And remember, the trick is to put the photo face down when you're tracing.
Yeah. All right. Now this time we're going to make our back, our rectangle, a little bit bigger than our photo to make sure it fits in size and it's not too squished up.
That's right. So remember last time we cut inside the lines, play-uppers. This time we're going to cut on the outside of our lines.
Yeah.
To make sure there's an extra bit of space.
That's right. So I've drawn my lines and I just drew them a little bit wider. That was how I did mine.
Oh, that's a good trick too.
Yeah.
Now you also have another trick for once we've cut out the back, don't you, Naomi?
I do have another trick. So this is going to help us take the photo in and out a bit easier. So I'm going to go to the top and I'm going to cut a triangle and it's going to help us take the photo in and out. Let me show you.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to go snip one line, snip another line,
Snip, snip, hey?
snip, snip, and here you can see that I just cut that out.
Like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. So now we need to stick this onto the back of our frames.
Let's do it.
And to do this, I'm going to turn my frame
I'm
around.
going to turn mine over and I'm going to stick my paper down at the back. I'm going to use sticky tape for this one.
So we want to make sure it completely covers the hole, and we're only going to put sticky tape on the 3 sides, not the side with the triangle.
That's right. That's where we're going to put our photo in.
That's right.
All right. So, I'm sticking it down.
I love using sticky tape.
It's very quick. You might have to wait a little bit if you're using glue.
That is true. And maybe if you're going to use glue, cut your cardboard a little bit bigger.
Oh, that's a good
again.
idea.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's
Good
room for the glue.
tip.
Okay, so I've stuck my sticky tape on 1, 2, 3 sides.
Good one. All right. Look, mine looks like it's ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to show you from the back.
And I'll show you from the front.
So because I'm showing you from the back, I'm going to put my photo facing me, and we just get to slide it in.
Here we go. Sliding in. I'd have to grab it from the front and I'm pulling it down and I'm going to slide it in behind the frame.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you.
Your tree frog really comes out on that frame.
Oh, I'm really glad. How does yours look?
wonky.
That's okay.
All right, so we could actually stick these on the fridge.
We could.
But we're also going to make a stand today.
I would love to put this on my desk.
So to do that, we need something on the back to hold it up.
Yes, what are you going to use?
I'm going to use a toilet roll because I love toilet rolls.
You do love toilet rolls. You must go to the toilet a lot.
Ha ha ha. I'm a mum. Just what happens. So to stick on my toilet roll, I'm going to have them both on the table so that I know that they're both flat.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to stick a little bit of sticky tape inside my toilet roll to the back.
All right. Well, I'm going to do mine a little bit differently. I'm going to use some cardboard. I have prepped this one to show you. I've got a long piece of cardboard. It's smaller than my photo frame though, and I'm folding it in 3 equal parts.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 2 folds. I folded it down and then folded it again. And what shape do you think it's going to make?
3, that must be a triangle.
Oh, it's like a triangle. It's a 3D triangle.
Ooh,
It's a prism.
complicated word.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick mine together like this. I've just added a little extra fold. It's going to make it easier to stick together, a bit stronger.
So it's like a toilet roll, but instead of being round, it's triangle.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to stick that together, and then I'm going to do just what you did. I'm going to stick it on the back, and that's going to help it hold my photo up.
There we go. Look at that.
There we go. Now I'm just going to stick this onto my photo frame. So just like Jess, I'm going to make sure it's all the way at the bottom, and then I'm going to stick it on just with some sticky tape like this.
You could test it first and make sure it stands properly. And if it's not quite right, you can readjust it and add more sticky tape.
That's a good idea. There we go, look at that.
Beautiful. Oh, PlayUppers, if you haven't finished crafting yet, that is okay. Keep on going, but don't forget to help pack up when you are done.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us for World Refugee Day and Refugee Week. And we would love to see photos of your photo frames and all the craft that you do. Please share them with us. And you can do that really easily by sharing them with us on our PlayUp Community Facebook group.
That is right.
And on Wednesday nights?
On Wednesday nights, our friend Brooke will be on Facebook from 7:30 to 8:30 to say hi and answer any of your crafting questions.
We have some photos to share with everybody.
We do. Let's get the photos out.
Yes. All right, I've got one here. So these are from James and Cameron. Thank you so much for sharing your pictures with us. And it looks like they had a pretty good time with Tyler and Siobhan last week for World Oceans Day. I think that they chose a book to read about the oceans called The Deep Sea Doctor. And it looks like James has drawn the doctor, and he said that he hopes the doctor can help look after all the animals in the ocean.
That's beautiful. We should all be doctors helping the ocean stay healthy. Cameron's done a sea snail here. Terrific job, Cameron. Well done. Thank you for sending us in your pictures. Now, next week, Naomi, we have a special surprise for you PlayUppers. We have a behind the scenes video.
We do. We're going to take you somewhere in the museum where you don't normally get to go.
It's going to be so exciting. We can't wait to see you then. Remember, PlayUppers, to share your smile to make someone's day.
Bye.